Middlesex produced a stunning Royal London One Day Cup display to thrash Somerset by 118 runs at Radlett, with Sam Robson top of the class with his maiden list 800. Captain Stevie Eskenazi lost the toss, but that mattered not, as Robson, playing in only his 21st white ball game over both formats, dominated an opening stand of 138 with Max Holden. Middlesex not missing one jot, those out of action through World Cup preparations. Robson made it to his 50 just after a 6 off Tim Groenewald, his runs coming from 62 deliveries. He celebrated with another maximum, and then tucked into the slow stuff from Radlett van der Merwe and Azhar Ali, Robson scoring 89 of that opening partnership. It was ended when Holden on 45 holed out to Josh Davey of Azhar Ali at the end of the 23rd over. That brought in Nick Gubbins in at number 3, and he showed the kind of form he's been in this competition with an array of early boundaries. And this was the moment for Robson, his ton arriving off his 99th delivery. He may have one Test match 100 under his belt and 21 in the first class arena, but this was still special for the 29-year-old. Alas, he was soon out for 106, Van der Merwe with a catch off Craig Overton. Robson left with a score on 189 for 2 after 31 overs. But Gubbins remained, and he looked in terrific touch, his latest half-century occupying only 36 balls. He added 2 more 4s before losing Ross Taylor, who was held by Overton off Davey for 6, Middlesex at 222 for 3 after 35. Gubbins found hitting boundaries easier than falling off a log. He struck 15 of them in his very classy 90, which had helped propel his side beyond 250 with plenty of time left. He deserved 100 of his own, but 10 short he picked out Lewis Gregory of Van der Merwe. That brought in John Simpson with licence to kick on, and that he did in partnership with his captain Eskenazi before both men fell in the same Gregory over. Simpson was bowled for 32, made off 18 balls, while Eskenazi hit to Van der Merwe after making a more patient 30. So it was left to Toby Rowland-Jones and George Scott to make the most of the final 4 overs, and that they did in smashing another 44 runs, the home side ending on a formidable 364 for 8. And that total looked yet more formidable after Tom Banter fed Tom Helm to Nathan Souter with only 10 runs on the board. Robson then clung on to this shot from Peter Trigo, making it 36 for 2. And it was 62 for 3 as the returning James Harris got one through James Hildreth. Scott increased the pressure on the visitors still further by running out Tom Abel. And when Souter came on and struck with his second ball to get shot of George Bartlett, the much fancied Somerset were left on the edge on 104 for 5 in the 22nd over. Gregory briefly threatened to fight back but picked out Holden off Souter after making 22. The visitors have had a remarkable season so far and have the ability to pick themselves off the canvas when knocked down, so there is still work to be done, especially with Van der Merwe and Overton clearing the ropes. But Harris hit back to have Overton leg before for 21. Middlesex now on the brink with the visitors on 192 for 8. Souter continues to push to be this season's leading one-day wicket taker. His latest victim, his third of this match, was Van der Merwe for 38. Davey and Groenewald held off the inevitable by batting through 9 overs and giving the total some respectability by adding 50. But with 246 runs on the board, it was rightly Robson who took the catch to remove Groenewald for 28. It meant a win by 118 runs. Middlesex now right in the mix with 4 wins from 6, and Glamorgan coming to Lord's next on Sunday.